Welcome to this complete and practical tutorial on how to create a material BOM in SAP using transaction code CS01. This video is specially designed for beginners who want a clear step-by-step guide without any confusion. A material bill of materials is one of the most important master data objects in production planning and manufacturing. It defines exactly which components and quantities are required to produce a finished or semi-finished material. In this tutorial, we will cover the entire process from opening the transaction to successfully saving the BOM. You will learn the correct way to enter header data, add components, maintain base quantity, and avoid common mistakes. By the end of this video, you will be able to create material BOMs confidently on your own. Let's begin this easy and detailed walkthrough of CS01 so you can apply it immediately in your SAP system. A material BOM, or bill of materials, is a structured list that shows all the components required to manufacture a specific material. Think of it as a recipe where the finished product is the dish and the components are the ingredients with exact quantities. In SAP, this information is stored as master data and is used in production planning, material requirements planning, and product costing. When a production order is created, the system reads the BOM to determine which materials need to be reserved or procured. BOMs are always plant-specific and can be single-level or multi-level. The most commonly used BOM usage is 1 for production. Understanding the concept of material BOM is essential because almost every manufacturing process in SAP depends on accurate BOM data. In this tutorial, we will create a simple production BOM using transaction CS01 so you can clearly see how the system works in real time and how to maintain correct data. There are two simple ways to reach the Create Material BOM screen in SAP. The first method is through the SAP Easy Access menu. Expand the Logistics folder, then Production, then Master Data, then Bills of Material, then Material BOM, and finally select Create. The second and faster method is to type the transaction code CS01 directly in the command field at the top left of the screen and press Enter. Both methods will open the same initial screen. For beginners, it is recommended to first learn the menu path so you understand where the transaction sits in the overall SAP structure. Once you become comfortable, using the transaction code will save time in daily work. Always make sure you are in the correct client and have the required authorization before starting. Now that we know how to reach the transaction, let's open CS01 and begin creating our material BOM step by step in a clear and practical way. In the SAP command field, type CS01 and press Enter on your keyboard. This transaction is specifically designed to create a new material bill of materials. As soon as you press Enter, the system opens the Create Material BOM initial screen. This is the starting point where we define the header information for the BOM. Make sure the system is responding correctly and that you have the necessary authorization to create BOMs. If the transaction does not open, you may need to check with your bases or security team for access rights. Once the initial screen appears, you will see fields for material, plant, BOM usage, and valid from date. These fields are very important because they determine for which material and in which plant the BOM will be valid. Let's carefully fill in these details in the next step so that the system can take us to the component entry screen without any errors. On the Create Material BOM initial screen, you must enter 3 essential pieces of information. First, enter the material number for which you want to create the BOM. This is usually the finished product or a semi-finished material. Second, enter the plant code where this BOM will be valid. Third, enter the BOM usage. For production purposes, we normally use the value 1. You can also change the valid from date if you want the BOM to become active from a future date. After entering these details correctly, press Enter. The system will then take you to the next screen where we will add the actual components. Always double-check the material number and plant before proceeding, because these values cannot be changed easily once the BOM is created. Taking a few seconds to verify this information helps avoid mistakes later. Now let's move forward and start building the component list for our Material BOM. After pressing Enter on the initial screen, you arrive at the General Item Overview screen. This is the main working area where you will list all the components of your BOM. At the top of the screen, you can still see the material, plant, and alternative BOM number. Below, there is an empty table with several important columns, such as item, item category, component, quantity, unit, and description. This table is where we will enter every part that goes into the finished product. The system automatically assigns item numbers in steps of 10, such as 0010, 0020, and so on. The item category field is very important because it tells the system how the component should be treated. For most stock materials, we use category L. This overview screen gives you a clear structure to build your complete bill of materials. Let's now begin entering the first component carefully in the next step. In the first row of the item overview table, start by entering the item category. For stock materials, enter L. Then type the component material number in the next field. After that, enter the required quantity and the correct unit of measure. When you press Enter, the system automatically fills the material description and other related fields from the material master. You will now see the first component appearing clearly in the list. This first entry forms the foundation of your BOM structure. Make sure the quantity is accurate according to the base quantity of the finished product. A small mistake here can affect production planning and costing later. Take a moment to review the line before moving to the next component. We will continue adding more materials in the following rows so that the complete bill of materials is built correctly and systematically. Continue adding the remaining components in the same structured way. Move to the next empty row, enter item category L, then the component material number, quantity, and unit of measure. Press Enter after each line so the system can validate the data and automatically fill the description. You can add as many components as your product requires. Notice that the item numbers increase automatically by 10. If a component itself has a lower level BOM, the system may display an assembly indicator. Once all components are entered, carefully review the entire list to ensure that every material and quantity is correct. This overview screen now gives you a complete picture of the structure of your bill of materials. Taking time to check the data at this stage helps prevent errors after saving. Let's proceed to the header data to finalize the remaining details of the BOM. Click on the header button or the hat icon located in the toolbar. This action opens the header overview screen of the Material BOM. Here you can maintain additional important information such as the base quantity. The base quantity tells the system for how many units of the finished product the component quantities are valid. In most standard cases, we keep the base quantity as 1. You can also enter a short BOM text or description if required for better identification. Check the validity dates and the BOM status to make sure everything is correct. After reviewing the header data carefully, you can return to the item overview screen. Making sure the base quantity is accurate is very important because it directly affects material requirements planning and product costing. If you need more detailed information for any particular component, you can double-click on the item number or select the line and choose the Item Details button. This opens additional tabs where you can maintain data such as long text, status information, or purchasing-related fields. For a basic production BOM, these extra details are often not required, but it is useful to know that they exist for advanced scenarios. You can update any necessary information and then return to the main item overview screen. This level of detail allows experienced users to control how each component behaves in different business processes. However, for beginners, staying the main overview screen and entering correct quantities is usually sufficient. Once you have entered all the required components and verified the header data, it is time to save the Material BOM. Click the Save button in the toolbar, which appears as a floppy disk icon, or simply press the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+S. The system will now perform internal consistency checks to ensure that all mandatory data is complete and correct. If everything is in order, the BOM will be created successfully. Always save only after you are fully satisfied with the information, because changing a BOM later requires a different transaction called CS02. Take one final look at the component list and quantities before confirming the save. This careful approach helps maintain clean and accurate master data in the system. Let's click Save now and observe the confirmation message. Congratulations! The system has successfully created the Material BOM. You will see a confirmation message either in the status bar at the bottom of the screen or in a small pop-up dialog. The message typically states that the BOM for the specified material and plant has been created. Take note of the alternative BOM number if the system has assigned one. This newly created BOM is now immediately available for use in production planning, material requirements planning, and product costing. You can display the BOM later using transaction CS03 or make changes using transaction CS0 to whenever required. Creating accurate BOMs is a critical skill for anyone working in SAP production planning or materials management. You have now completed the full process of creating a material BOM. Let's quickly summarize what we have learned in this tutorial. We opened transaction CS01, entered the material number, plant, and BOM usage, added all required components with correct quantities, checked the header data and base quantity, and finally saved the BOM successfully. Always remember to verify the plant and usage carefully, use item category L for stock items, and keep the base quantity accurate. Creating clean and correct material BOMs is essential for smooth production processes in SAP. If this step-by-step tutorial helped you understand CS01 better, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more practical SAP guides, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I reply to every comment and am happy to help. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next SAP tutorial.